not where I was remembering it. No, it's here. Can keep going. Back to the Crystarium. Let's keep trying to progress this, quest line. Where exactly? Okay, where are you? Because we didn't finish grabbing that quest from you. Welcome, my friend. Thank the gods you're here. Since we parted ways, I've been exhausting myself, running all over the Crystarium, questioning anyone and everyone. Hoping someone might have seen Andrea, but alas. Only the Crystarium? Of course. Surely this is the limit of what a man with meager financial resources can accomplish. But never mind all that. But recently dawned on me that the vision you beheld of Rondare's past could hold the clues for that for which we have been desperately searching. When you first described it to me, I felt as though I had heard it before. And I had. My wet nurse had told me the exact same story when I was still a boy. It was a tale of a courageous hunter who, together with her comrades, embarked on a quest to slay a notorious mark, a great horned beast. They came upon their quarry in a desert, and there attempted to lay it low. Alas, the beast had a singular strength, and the hunter a fatal weakness. Not so, in the ensuing struggle, her comrades were killed, leaving her, the sole survivor, to swear vengeance. Would you not agree that your vision is a perfect match for this tale? Then there can be no doubt. Rendere is a celebrated hunter, the hero I so admired in my childhood. After that tragic day, the hunter resolved not to rely upon others, and instead slew the beast by herself. She somehow found a way to compensate for her weakness. Anyway, my recollection of the tale is likely riddled with errors. We should ask Miss Olvera to recount it in full. She was a bounty hunter herself before she entered into our service, you know. Also, in light of all this, I should share with you an interesting theory concerning all the virtues I heard from a fellow hunter. Apparently, each appears to be driven by particular memories, moments that forever changed each of these fallen heroes. Makes sense, doesn't it? Rendere being a hunter of notorious marks in life and in death. I don't know why it never occurred to me before. If that is indeed the reason for why she behaves as she does, then the more we learn about Rendere's adventures, the better our chances of predicting where she'll turn up. All the more reason to go and see my former wet nurse. Miss Olvera lives in Gatetown, Conclusia. Let us be off then. Ad break's still on, but we can jump over to somewhere on Kalusia. I forget which one's where. I don't really want to be in Yulmore. Could have sworn you couldn't go into Crown of the Immaculate until you'd done at least one of these, but it's letting me. Oh, you did, huh? What was your crown of the Immaculate, Mel? You had your first romp, yes, but what about your supplementary romp? Ah, okay. You went to Burger King? Seems out of character. Archon, this is Miss Olvera, the wet nurse who raised me from practically the entirety of my childhood. She was bonded to my family and lived with us in the city at the time, but when I came of age, she was forced to leave. My, you've grown into a strapping young man. But I can't imagine you came to Gate Town to pay me a visit, my little reek. Burger King? In front of her, if you please. But to answer your question, we did in fact come to see you. There were stories you told me as a child of a courageous hunter. Was that hunter perchance the warrior of light, Rendaray? Oh, you can? Okay. You can descend into the unwashed masses and have your vegan Burger King. All the reasons you could have had. Ah, right. Just for the paper crown. That makes sense. Aye, those stories were of Rendaray, the greatest spawning on her day. Legends so many aspired to become. Not so after the flood. Still fresh in everyone's mind when I was younger, and for all the good they had done in life, none could deny the chaos they sowed in death. Sin eaters. Despite all of that, me and my mates still looked up to her. We knew all her feats and swore to preserve them, in secret if need be, that she might inspire future generations as she had ours. Years and years later, when you wanted to hear tales of adventure and heroism, couldn't help but share with you the ones nearest and dearest to my heart. I only wish I hadn't had to change all the names. Does Burger King make decent fries? It's true. The hero who I looked up as a child, whose tales of daring do drove me to take up the bow, as you had, pester you for training that I might become a bounty hunter, it was her. Solvaret. Ark and I are hunting Andrea, and we believe that one of the stories you shared with me may help guide our search. Namely, the one about the Grain Horde beast that killed her friends. Will you tell it to me again? To be fair, I think just about everything at Burger King is better than its McDonald's counterpart. But I love me some chicky nuggies. Kid White, is that... Oh, my little reek. Very well. Even as a young hunter, Rendaray's incredible hearing was unparalleled. She could track her quarry through a forest by the most minute sounds of their passing. From arms away even, by some accounts. Even the most subtle and stealthy beast never eluded her for long. A misplaced foot, a snapped branch. Eventually Rendaray would know, and her aim was always good and true. As she grew older and honed her skills further, she set her eyes on bigger prizes. She became on her notorious marks, and together with her comrades earned fame and fortune. As their reputation swelled, so too did their egos. Only the most dangerous game would suffice. So they resolved to hunt the Scourge of Norvrent, the Devourer of Souls, Bullum Quits. But what Rendaray did not realize is that her greatest strength would prove her undoing. When she faced Bullum Quits, the beast roared with such force that it brought her to her knees. Helpless, she could only watch as it claimed the lives of her beloved comrades and fled. After burying the hunters and vowing that she would one day avenge them, she took to the road once more. She had met Arbert and his fellow warriors of light. For a time she accompanied the fledgling heroes on their adventures. To them, she was a breath of fresh air. Vibrant young women who savored every moment and found joy in the simple pleasures. They knew naught of her fallen comrades, or how their deaths weighed heavy upon her still. Wendy's. Frosty wins by itself. The party wandered the realm, performing many great deeds and growing ever stronger, as did Renderay. While in Kalusia, she even devised a means to defend against the powerful roar that had been her downfall that fateful day. Then, while engaged in an adventure in Raktika, a rumor reached Renderay's ears. Valonquitz, Scourge of Norvrant, Devourer of Souls, had been spotted near the city of swamps. Welcome back, Dragon Girl. It was a golden opportunity, but to seize it would be to face the beast alone. She could not wait for Odbert and the others, nor could she ask that they forsake their sworn duty. But perhaps it was just as well. The memory of defeat still haunted her. The courageous hunter had allowed a single fear to take root in her heart. Fear of losing her new companions if she had her old. So it was that Renderay ventured forth in secret, resolved to slay her hated foe, Valonquitz, alone. With all her strength and guile, the legendary hunter did just that. Vengeance claimed, she rejoined Arbert and the others, and never spoke of the terrible battle twixt her and the dread beast. From that day forward, she was Renderay, the warrior of light, and the deeds of her and her comrades would be celebrated forevermore. Strange to think that the woman I admired when I was young would become the sin-eater I swore to slay. What she became didn't change who she was. Even if the tales were a little embellished over the years, they were rooted in truth. She was and will always be a hero to me. And to you, I hope. Thank you, Miss Olvera, for everything. I promise I will visit you again soon. So, Archon, remember that theory I told you about before about the virtues being driven by powerful memory? Andre is reenacting the journey leading up to her confrontation with Valonquitz, the one that took her from Almarang to Kalusia. Then her next destination must be Raktika Greatwoods, wasn't it? Right, that was where she laid low the beast at last, in the city of swamps to be precise. So that is where we shall go. Let us away. Now listen, Reek. There's an awful lot people don't know about Renderay. About the world, for that matter. So wherever you go and whatever you see, remember to not take it at face value. Don't just accept what others tell you as good and true. Listen to your heart and decide for yourself. And be safe. The art and punishment is neon. Archon, was it? It was such a pleasure to meet a friend of Reek's. His parents never hesitated to provide him with all the wealth and opportunities they could. But when it came to life and support, well, all I can say is that it is a miracle that Boyd turned out as well as he did. I can never have too many friends or too much support. It goes for you as well, I should think. I don't know, do you want art to be a punishment, Mel? This queue is taking a very long time. I can't answer that question. There isn't an answer to that question. They're both horrible. Why, Mel? Why? Do you want me to hate art? Do you want me to quit art, Mel? Good who is. Archon, how wonderful to see you again. Since last you were here, I've been officially appointed as a mayor of Right. As such, my days have grown busy with visits to neighboring settlements to reacquaint myself with the region's politics. My old bones protest at the exercise, to say naught of the strain upon my rusty faculties. Speaking of visits, I see you've arrived with a companion. Teach me how to make beer. I'm Ronit of Tamra Village. Don't think just because I'm smaller than you that, Lolly-ho. Lolly-ho? Oh, I've heard of this. It's a traditional dwarven greeting, is it not? Let's see, well, let us not ignore the customs of our guest. Make you can fruit. Lolly-ho. Lolly-ho. Not bad for first-timers. Not bad at all. Everyone's happy with their lolly-ho gets a lolly-ho. Oh, let's see, a barrel of your tastiest grog. Canning fruit's not that hard, Mel. Beg your pardon? Not sure I follow. No, it's not. It's really, really not, Mel. Take fruit. You take out the core, you take off the skin,
Are you so
you make a sugar syrup.
One last chance, villains! Bow down and acknowledge your king! Your god!
Why has his boob got a face? Because it's gonna go wonky as you store it. You're gonna... There we go.
This will be a burden. To me, my servants, feast upon these villains and their vast sins.
This fight seem like it's going quick to anyone? I've probably done that over the years. Number one is ham and cheddar. Pepperoni pizza's number 2. Oh, that's easy. They're all in last place. They're all tied for last. No, I don't. They're all tied for last.
What is this?
Right to jail, Mel. Right to jail. Only one person does that. Stupid sexy VOD. What the hell? Why? Mel, you know who's known for eating well-done steak with ketchup, right? Right to jail. You done? No, there's no slow-mo mode for you, Mel. You're just gonna have to clip it and watch it on repeat. Oh, come on, I was out. Got it? Okay. Just this one. Mel wants to see more of Stupid Sexy VOD slow-mo. I don't know. You know what? That's fair. Help. Why over there? It's fine, he's dead. Bye-bye, VOD. Are you then? Also, the thing you missed in the chat was someone saying, "Oh no," obligatory, "Oh no, he's hot," immediately followed by, "Oh no, he's hot." Death to Vothri. Is that Vothri? See, it's finally over then. Now night will return to all of Norvrant, bringing salvation to both of our two worlds. Upon speaking with Ryan, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Should you leave the area, you may return here by speaking with the sentry posted at the entrance to Mount Golg. Also, I can fly in the area now.